So, last little bit of not so much nerd news. We want to take some time and talk about that new Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2.
Oh, so cute.
Just dropped on Friday this week, guys. This was a 40-minute chase scene. Nothing but battles, giant spiders, some really funny gags with Baby Yoda. If you haven't watched Episode 2 of Mandalorian Season 2 yet, we are going to get into some serious spoilers and talk about plot details. But I really, really enjoyed this episode.
I did too.
It was, if you thought the show felt a little funny, maybe a little bit goofy, well, there's a reason for that. The director of this particular episode was Peyton Reed, the guy that directed Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So he directed it. Jon Favreau wrote it.
Okay.
So I think they were playing with the goofy level pretty heavily in this episode.
Absolutely.
And I loved it.
I did too. Like you were saying, they had a Baby Yoda. Well, you have that lizard character, and then frog lady.
Frog
and
lady.
She's carrying around her what's obviously eggs, and then you have that shot where Baby Yoda just keeps fishing for him and eating him.
That was great. And speaking of Baby Yoda, because we didn't get any Baby Yoda, hardly. We got very little Baby Yoda in episode 1, but this one was very Baby Yoda heavy.
Yep.
Lots of funny gags. You were talking about the humanoid frog beast, frog lady, who I think was only referred to as the passenger. That was the name of the passenger was the name of the episode.
Right.
But yeah, she's got this jar of eggs. She's kind of the impotence of the episode was she's taking the jar of eggs back to her home planet,
right,
to I guess sort of spawn her race. It's like that's the last surviving members of her race is her and the jar of eggs.
Right.
And now the catch of the show was that because they're carrying such precious cargo, Mando's ship, the Razor Crest, couldn't go into hyperspace.
Right.
They had to go sort of just on regular impulse power. So they're cruising along really slow, and then they encounter two X-Wing pilots who want to take them in for questioning. I don't remember exactly what that was. I only watched the episode once, but massive chase ensues. The Razor Crest eventually crash lands on this ice planet, which was badass.
Full of spiders.
And then bam, spiders, monster spiders start coming out.
I know, it was crazy.
That was awesome, man.
I know.
If you didn't stick around, there was a post-credit sequence that showed Baby Yoda eating just one more egg.
It was like the frog, the passenger was sleeping and still holding, but then they show Baby Yoda just popping one.
By the
more
end of the
in his mouth.
episode, I don't know if you noticed, that jar of eggs was limited by like half. There was like 4 eggs left. Baby Yoda ate the rest of that entire species. Shauna, favorite scenes from Mandalorian season episode 2?
Oh, I mean, I loved when you saw the Rebel pilots. That was cool.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they were actually Rebel pilots. I think they were. They just had somehow commandeered some X-Wings.
Oh, okay.
But they were rocking Rebel gear.
That's true, yeah. I liked seeing that. But again, the Baby Yoda, just the child, just steals the scene for me every single time. Eating the eggs just cracked me up.
Eating the eggs was awesome. I like the scene where the X-Wing pilots, I think it was somebody, I forget who it was. Don't yell at me in the comment section. But they take Baby Yoda hostage, and he's like, no, put him down here, take my jetpack, and he gives him the jetpack.
Yeah.
And the guy fucking hauls ass with the jetpack, and then he snaps his fingers or something, and he calls the jetpack back to him.
Yeah.
And then the jetpack just lands, and he looks at Baby Yoda, and then the jetpack just kind of falls over. It's just a very kind of Wile E. Coyote sort of scene.
Cutesy, yeah.
That was absolutely adorable. But I mean, obviously, Baby Yoda eating the eggs.
I know.
Highlight of the episode, and of course, the freaking spider monsters look badass.
I know, those are amazing. You could tell it was a combination of like practical effects that are involved as well. So that was really cool.
It's interesting if you haven't watched the making of the Mandalorian series that was on Disney Plus, where they talk about the Void, the episode of the virtual set and how that works. Now that I know that exists, and I watch the show, I still can't tell
I know
where the practical ends and the digitals begins.
It's so good.
Pretty incredible.
Amazing.
None of it's shot on green screen and none of it's shot on location. It's all in this virtual set.
Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Mind-blowing. Shauna, did you see that episode yet about the Void?
Yeah, absolutely. It was so cool. It's just like you said, it's just you're surrounded by this like digital universe, but then there's also involving the practical effects and stuff. It's so cool.
Again, the practical effects, absolutely spectacular. Was surprised we didn't get any inklings that I noticed of where the cliffhanger from episode 1 ended with Boba Fett.
Or who we suspect
is Boba Fett. I guess it could be anybody because these clones all look alike. So I was expecting a little bit of that. I doubt that'll be the last we see of Boba Fett.
Oh,
I think
I'm
he's
sure
going to
it's
come back
not.
in one of the later episodes.
Absolutely.
I don't know if we'll see Timothy Oliphant again or not, but
I love him. He's great and everything.
now that he's given up his Boba Fett's armor, it's like you're pretty much done with that character.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So guys, let us know in the comment section what'd you think of Mandalorian Episode 2, Season 2. I thought it was great. Can't wait for Episode 3. I think they did their lighthearted one now. I think the next one might be a little bit more hardcore. We still haven't seen the return of what's his name? Apollo Creed and what's her name?
Gina Carano.
Still haven't seen them yet, which is kind of surprising, but I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Or Esposito. What the fuck? We're down to 6 episodes
We
or
want to
something
see
here.
the dark saber.
Where's the Darksaber? Where's Esposito? I think next episode, we're going to start getting reintroduced to those characters.
Yeah.
And then probably episode 4 or 5, they'll loop back around to Boba Fett.
That makes sense.
That's my theory anyway, guys. So let us know in the comment section. What do you think? Mandalorian Episode 2, Season 2. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it too goofy for you? We'd love to hear it in the comment section. So, guys, that's our entire show. It's good to be back here in the Chuck Little Comics studio talking about all the nerdy stuff. We will be back every single week, and we got a big announcement coming up next week of a very special virtual con. We're not allowed to talk about it just yet, but it will feature some of your favorite DC creators. That's about all I'm going to say. So keep an eye out for that on social media. Let us know what you think of blah, 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 blah. Anyway, have a great week, guys. Yay, America. Way to go, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Couldn't be more stoked.
Yay.
We're going to go outside and celebrate. Have a fantastic week. See you here next Sunday.
Boo!